Summer days are dwindling, which can only mean one thing. The season is upon us. I'm talking, of course, about Accelerator application season, Y Combinator, Maritime Blue, and Ready to Raise, as well as many more, I'm sure, are about to close the doors on another round of applications. Having applied and been accepted to many an Accelerator, I wanted to talk to you real quick about some of the best practices and top tips to make sure your application is read, adored, and accepted by all. And for those of you that aren't entrepreneurs or interested in applying, stick around because these tips work for any highly competitive application, whether that's for a job, college, or an exclusive program. I also wanted to get this video out quickly, so this is gonna be a short one, and I almost did this as a live, but then I chickened out. So if you want me to do a live, give this video a like, and when it gets to 100 likes in like 50 years, I will actually do it. So overall, for applications, you need to keep it simple. Don't overthink the application. This is why some of the best applications or, college essays are the ones that are last minute, because you don't have time to complicate the answers. As a recovering journalist, I need a deadline to do anything, so I understand where this comes from. So if you want to get those same results without the stress of actually doing a last minute application, well, that's what we're here to talk about today. You want to keep your answers concrete, clear, concise, and following these 5 steps. So number 1, read the instructions. Before you start writing or recording anything, read all of the instructions and note the submission deadline, and then go through and read the FAQs. This should go without saying, but I guarantee that every review season, somewhere from 10 to 50% of applications get tossed out because the author didn't read the instructions properly. Don't let this be you. Number 2, answer the questions directly. Entrepreneurs have a lot to say and explain about their startups and the details and the market and the research, but what you need to do in the first sentence or 2 is directly answer the question. Don't dance around it. Don't try to distract the reviewer with a fancy video transition or flowery language, and don't make them do any work to decode what you said. If you are unsure if you are being direct, start the first sentence by restating the question. For example, if the question is, what does your company make? Pretty common one. Your answer should start off with something like, we make a virtual reality mobile app so that you can do XYZ. And don't just list a bunch of features or speak in vague general product terms. Be specific. If you were pitching Lyft or Uber, the sentence would be, we are making a mobile app where you can press a button and get a car at your doorstep in 10 minutes. Clear, it's simple, easy to understand. Number 3, don't give the reviewer an opportunity to say no. Answer all the questions literally. They're not trying to trick you. There isn't an I gotcha moment in there. And if you don't have something like traction, or if you have a weird founder situation or a messy cap table, you either need to fix it or have a really good reason why it's not a fatal flaw. Number 4, and this is probably the biggest one, go through and cut all of the buzzwords, cliches, and jargon. Here are some examples. Revolutionize, disrupt, synergy, innovate, unique, cutting edge, exclusive, unique, game changer, or pioneering. Everyone is guilty of these, and oh my God, I've used pioneering so many times. These words and phrases tend to be abstract and don't clearly communicate value. Also, don't get too informal and drop some lols or emojis or swear words. I know everyone wants to be authentic and show their personality, but in an application, it's distracting. You'll have interviews and other things where you get to show your personality. Instead of buzzwords, use terms that quantify the value you want to communicate. Instead of saying Aisha is a pioneering AI researcher, you would say something like, Aisha has over 10 years of experience in AI research. She began her work in 2010 at MIT. Aisha sounds like a boss versus this fuzzy, intangible pioneer. Number 5, economy. Say what you need to say in as few words as possible. Easier said than done, but a good place to start is adverbs or any words that end in ly. You can get rid of them because they don't add value to a sentence, whether it is written or spoken. You can also cut hesitation language. These are words like kind of, like, sort of, therefore, furthermore, as well as, and just. The key to good economy in an application or script is to leave time to revise it later. It's a lot easier to go back and cut all the extraneous language if you've had time to step away and then come back to it with fresh eyes. This isn't always possible, especially if you left it to the last minute, so consider having a team member, a friend, a significant other, or whoever you can find to take a second look for you. To recap, read the instructions, directly answer the questions, eliminate buzzwords, and say the most with the least words possible. Accelerators are there to help you on your entrepreneurial journey, but they are not the gatekeepers of business success. Whether you get accepted or not, don't lose sight of the metrics that matter to your business, whether that is the path to profitability, user retention, profit margins, and so on. If you have a business or even a business idea relevant to the various accelerator focus areas, you should definitely apply. I will leave links to all of them below. Just don't let the outcome dictate your success. If you don't get in, it just means you have more opportunity to look for partnerships that are a better fit for you and your business. That is all for this week's little bonus video. I hope this was helpful, and we will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.